Turn the mic up. There we are. How is everybody? Good evening, Ed, Craig, Des, Jason, Barnabas, Chris. Ed, Dragon Junction, beaten head, off, out, off. It's off, isn't it? Anyway, just to quick one. This is just the part with Jumble Lane. It's the crossing. Its actual road is called Kendry Street in Barnsley, which still exists, but the crossing, as far as I know, still exists. But the signal box, which is just there, that no longer exists. That's gone. And this is the station, the exchange station, and the black thing you can see in the distance, that is the old courthouse station. That's partly being constructed at the moment. I'll go through that in a minute. I was going to run that green DMU, but it's just started to decide they don't want to work, and I can't see Mr. Valley Brook here yet, so it can't be him, because he was actually doing it this afternoon. He just died on me. I had it running around, getting warmed up. So I shall take that off the track, and I'll put something else on. So I'll just move the roof. I haven't got these lights on here wired in yet, and that's why the canopy's not fixed. I'm just waiting to, I've got to get underneath, I've got to move everything out from underneath. So I'll open the barriers. And we'll bring in something else instead. And Chris at Hunseath, no, that little parcel didn't come yet. Good evening, New Mills Model Railway, Piccadilly Model Railway, John Warner. What did you use for the post holding up the gates, Geoff? Right, they are just some balsa wood. Probably just something like 3 or 4 mil square balsa wood, and I just sprayed it with a primer and then undercoat, some white paint, and just cut them to length. And the hinges, what I'll try and do, I can get to focus in. I don't know if that will focus in. Basically, 0.8 mil piano wire. I made like a hockey stick, well, like a loop on one end, and just glued them to the gates, and that was the loop. And then I just made some L-shaped pieces, drilled some small holes, and glued them into the posts. Bit crude, but they do the job. And they just lift off. It's more short out going over there. Don't want going over slow because the couplings drag and they tend to drag over the points and short it out. If it's going a little bit faster, it doesn't do it very long. Good evening, Tom. I am the Hoff. Yeah, beaten Hoff. Just like to say thank you for my moderators for this evening, which is Jason at Barnabas Junction and Des at DJ Model Railway. Parcel should be there in tomorrow's, Geoff. Yeah, no, there's no problem there, mate. I've got to do. In fact, what I'll do is I'll show you this. I've got to swing around, and I've got to. In fact, we'll have it as the train shed cam. This actually pulls out. I did have tapping all over this wall using the Metcalf slabs. They don't like sticking. So basically, this comes out, and what I'm going to have on the inside is going to be construction of flat card and then some pattern card, which I'm going to cut out on my machine in a similar way to the way I've done the bridge. Basically, so it's like a relief pattern, and that will fit in on the inside. On the outside, I've got to clad it. I don't. I've got to check the photos that I've seen on the internet, whether it's brick on the outside so far, or it's just metal, whether it's corrugated metal or whatever. It's got a corrugated roof, and I've got some clear plastic for this top part of the roof. But I've got to work out to put some lights in there. The platform that just comes out at the moment. It's got just paper covered on the platform, wood plank texture, and once I've got a little building in here, which is like a parcel office and I think toilets maybe, I shall fix that with the lighting that I'm going to put in there, get the lighting cables down, and then that will just glue down, and then this will just slot in on top of that. But until it's all fixed, it's just running a bit loose for now. Foxy 313. Hello there. Thank you very much. Let's see, somebody enjoys it. Yes, it is a 37 in the background. I've got it on its lowest volume. uh, and I'm running the microphone on the laptop screen. It seems to be better than that one, the webcam. Uh, yeah, if you have the volume too loud, it does a bit too much. Yes, Des, it's progressed quite a bit at this part. It was I was actually experimenting with things I've got. Um, let's turn the sound down on that 37 again. Because it's too loud. Swing you down, make you dizzy again. I say I scratched built that. It's bright in there at the moment. I don't know if you're able to focus onto that. There's the like a ship's wheel, which is for opening the gates. It's 37 full through. No, it's a bit too bright in there, really. There's a little fire in the corner. So what I'll do is I'll, for some reason, my 66 just decided to fly into action. Now, this is where things go wrong. I'm going to try and do some manoeuvres. And the manoeuvre will be trying to get the 37 to go on the outside track. To go on the incline. I keep forgetting that it takes a long time to slow down. Good evening, John. Seeing your HSD repaint there. Yes, I have seen it and I do want it. And I'm glad it's not out yet. I can't afford to buy it. So I might just get people to group together and buy it for me for my birthday. Oh, God. These don't like being pushed back. Especially when they've come off a bend. I'm sure Stuart's name, yes. Just gotta make sure. Oh, yeah, that's it. I'll make sure these points are thrown. Get the foot bridge back. Right. So I've been taking camera tips off one seat. Is that right, Chris? The cold today, Jace, it's terrible. At the moment, I feel as I've been kicked in my face. My sinuses are that bad, it's just unbelievable. Oh, God. I know why. When I come into the room, I had to get underneath and drop down, and I pushed it up, and it's not level. That's my excuse anyway. So I think it's high time we try this out. It is a bit stuttery. Uh, right, let's see if we can get this. Evening, Stu. How you doing, mate? It's typical Ringfield motor. Every revolution the motor goes round, it only links these once. So there you are, you've got the just about going around. No, yeah, it's just going to wear out the gears in there because doing the motor in there, a piece of motor. So that's got quite a naff set of wheels on there, and it don't like going. Let's see what comments. You got some HST spares? It's probably just the motor bogie I want with the motor. So, John Warner, are you engaged then? Because to be quite honest, they're bringing out quite a few decent models in Engage now. Noticed the adverts, they're bringing quite a few out. Foxy, I can't remember going to Great Yarmouth. If I have, it's been a very long time ago, and I looked a lot different. Hell of a lot different. Hi Gary, Leicester TMD. Yeah, I did consider, John, I did consider going Engage before I started with my own gauge stuff. But fat finger syndrome, I can't even type on a phone without getting it all wrong. I honestly, I don't think I'd be able to have the patience. I've got quite a lot of patience, lots of things, but I don't think I have the patience with Engage now. I have trouble with double O gauge, doing bits and pieces. Thanks, Jace. I don't know if you saw the very beginning. I'll just click over to it. This is just a picture that I took off the internet, and that's what excuse me. I've tried to model this layout on and get it so it looks the same. Let's go back. The station on the lower station, that's the exchange station, which is still exists today. The bus station still exists today, but the station at the top does not exist anymore. And what you've got, this train shed survived until 1959, 1960. Let's just spin round for it there. That came down and they put a platform on. But then they had to put some points on the lines because it was a very short platform and the two-car DMU was too long for it. You only had single cars on this sort of the station to begin with. Now what you've got is you've got the two lines, but the main part of the station is on this part, and it's a great big massive, similar to the New Street station in Birmingham for its modern image, and then it goes up and over the bus station over the top, and then where you see the top line, that is sort of like shops and the entrance to the bus station complex, where you can get to either the bus station or the trains. I don't like the look of it myself, but hey ho, that's progress for you. But incidentally, the buses, I have them because my dad used to drive them and my mum was a hippie. So they used to work at that bus station in the very early 50s. Then my dad became a miner. And then in 1960, he joined the police force in Birmingham, and that's why I've come down to live far from Birmingham. So there you are, my life history. So, is there any other trains that people want? So I've looked through what people have been writing. Cheers, Jan. Good evening, mate. Jan, how are you doing? If you want to tail chase in your shed, Stuart, go for engage. Yeah, you'd fit a lot in there. Goodbye, Foxy. Thanks for popping in. Getting engrossed in talking to you, so the tea's not cold. Right, I'm going to take this 43, this ill 43, and is there anything that anybody fancy seeing on the layout? See if I can accommodate them. I see Chris had a few people asking to get different trains working. Excuse me, have to bear with that horrible noise. The MRYCG stickers for Dragon Junction. The decals. There probably is some left. I've got some left. So if you private message me with your address, I'll just send you an envelope off with a load of decals. Class 150, the central trains. Right, what I'll do is I'll swing this round. See what you can see. What I'll do is I'll just stop the Euro Phoenix and I'll get it to reverse, but before that I've got to it's on the outside, isn't it? So he can come back. I was sending the wrong way around the unit rail. I'm not going to keep moving this camera too because it loads the screen all around. Yeah, the blue 3-car DMU, I'll get down as well. In fact, what I'll do is I'll I'll put the I'll get the 3-car DMU out first, and I'll put that on the inner track on the lower section, the exchange line as I call it. What am I doing? See, I'm talking, I'm not thinking. Brought that 7 all the way down, and then I needed to bring past the points at the top corner. And DMUs haven't got sound, so I have to bear with that. Central train has got lights, but no sound. I'm hoping this will go over there without derailing. Oh, it has, yeah. 3 sets of crossover points of service today and getting them working right. Right. So if I get rid of him, find my DMU. Well, points in the wrong way there. Just stopped in time. Right. Right, this will have to stop before it comes let the 37 come through. Because it's going to cross that line that the 37's on. Right. Got the points back. Points, mate. Prizes. Uh, yeah. And the guards required. Right. Yeah, I do like the clickety clack. There's quite a few gaps in the tracking places, especially over this um, part where the bridge is. Right. See what else. Good evening, David. Yeah, well, I've had OBS for a long time, but never really used it. Hold on a minute. That Cast 20 has just decided to start moving on its own. That's TTS for you, and the 66 keeps doing that. Um, yes, OBS. I think it's pretty good. It's pretty easy to use, and once you've got it all set up and planned, then it's all there for you. Yes, it is Jace from DRS Day. Which embankment's looking good? Uh, is it the one that's the one here? Is that the one you're talking about, Jace? I'll tell you about that. Yeah, expansion joints. Yeah, that's right. 500 subscribers. Last week I was on 499, just past last, yeah, beginning of last week, and it just went up a few. I think it's about 508, 509 or something like that. I can't remember now. But I did post on a Facebook page, uh, which is linked to the area where I'm actually building the part of the layout, which I think you must have missed. I don't know how long you've been watching, David, but yeah, they obviously some people from there have started to watch my videos as well. Ghost trains, yes, they are. Normally, it's the TTS 37, the two-tone grey one. That's the one that normally does it. But I had to put, and it's moved it off that class 20 where I stick it by the turntable. I've had to put the buffers on there because it runs off the end of the line, and if there's anything on the outside line, on the incline, drive straight into it. And I've had a couple of people, a couple of crashes. Yeah, they do like moving without instruction. Yeah, right, Jason. That incline at the back. Sorry, not incline. Embankment. I'm going to make a very narrow wooden platform uh, against that embankment and make it look as though the embankment has been cut out to allow that, because that is the heritage line. And for Stuart's benefit, that's the runaround. I could actually demonstrate that with a train. I'm not going to. You can see it comes in there and splits into two, comes round, and then joins back up again. Now that is my heritage line. You can see the markings that went underneath the incline there. That's where it went originally. And it came out there and then came round. But I had to lower my incline because it was getting a bit troublesome for some of the locos, and they didn't like climbing up it. So just where that hut is, where that hut is going to be a car park for the Heritage Line station. And I might build like a sort of a shed with a dummy line. And my Cadbury Castle, I'm hoping to either get Tim at Scrap Line Weathering Model Weathering. Tim, can you have a different name for your channel because it's too complicated? And basically, I'm going to call the station June Rose Heritage Centre and call the platform Rose Holt. And the reason for that, the mum's name is June Rose. And although my station on the other side, which I'll show you now, I'll just sort of move me out of the way. That is Godfrey Junction. The whole of this area is Godfrey Junction. I've called it that because my dad built that for me. His name is Godfrey. And then behind that is the Turntable Yard. Turntable. So basically, that's what I shall be having. You see that traffic lights flashing away and going through its changing of the lights. That's because the roadway up there is a narrow one, and so that is the bridge going up over the top to the town. That goes to the outskirts of the town. So there's a narrow road on the bridge. And yeah, you might notice these. I've just what I have got advertising for people I don't even know it. But that's where I live in Redditch, so that. And there's another one there, well, two there, CW skips, they're from Redditch. So there's no favouritism. Other skip providers are available. So that's the story of the layout. What I have got in planned for the future, and I'll just swing you around again and make you sit. The wardrobe, with a built-in wardrobe. Basically, that's where the four lines all meet up and they go. You can't really see them. There. Good time it is. All the trays are together. Go through a hole in the wardrobe there, all there, and come out there. These should be up and down. That's that direction, that direction, that direction, and that direction. So I end up playing and doing things and having them a different way now. But in this area, what I'm going to do is all this will be covered. Covered over, and there'll be tunnel portals sort of halfway along, because I've got to find room for these buildings, which are off my layout, which got blown up by the Jedi's. and Call of Duty people. So so basically, that's what happened. They've got to find a new home now. Those buildings. So I'm going to make a scenic area with the road coming down to the lower part, and some plans for that. I'm just going to move myself out of the way again, because I can. Well, let's see what people will be saying, because I'm not watching this. So you have to excuse me while I'm looking like an idiot, staring into my screen as I'm going through all the comments. Right, Dave, have I pre-ordered anything from the Hornby catalogue? No, I haven't. The only pre-ordering I have done as such is I had to return something back to one of the places I bought it from, and I want the Transpennine Express 68. I want it with sound, and they're supposed to be phoning me back to tell me if I can have it with sound, and I haven't done that yet, even though Dapol say that it is available with sound. But now, I think I spent a bit too much in the past. I'm going to sort of first start actually do some work in the house. Oh, good evening, Tom. Yeah, what I might do is I've got some old webcams. I'll see if they're any good. I'll see if they work, and with this OBS, and just have so many fixed in different places. I know it's a bit new junction-ish to have lots of different views, but to be quite honest, one thing I don't like is cameras flying around everywhere and seeing blurred pictures, and I've been doing that tonight. So you need more than one camera to cover two places, and I should know that because I install CCTV anyway. So, good evening, Container Man. This is coming from England. It's coming from the centre of England almost. But the layout, part of the layout, is based in the north of England. So it's quite confusing. Just leave it at that. But I'm glad to see you've come back tonight after you was watching something, waiting for something to happen for 2 or 3 minutes yesterday. You should have read the thing in the beginning. Yeah. What does look real nice, Des? I'm looking back through the comments, Des, and you put that looks really nice. So what does? Tony Docks, good evening. Tony, not Tony. Oh, TPE does look amazing. In fact, it was, I don't know if you saw, oh God. I don't know if you saw the Class 43. This one. There we are. That was just something to do. I took did a little video of it anyway, doing it, sprayed it up and everything. But that was inspired by the Transpennine Express livery. I would say it's like it, so it was inspired by it. And I just wanted something to do over Christmas to keep myself busy. Excuse me. Because Christmas Day I was on call, never got called out, but I put Christmas on hold on Christmas Day just because I knew that if I started cooking Christmas dinner, then I'd be called out. Good evening, Tim. And good evening, 2448 Toyman. So we've got two from over the other side of the pond, if I'm right. So yeah. So is there anything else anybody wants to say? Brilliant. Right. 150 has found my stencil paper, got caught up in it, and rammed it into the bridge. That's my stencil paper from the car park. Probably a good place to put it in there, but yes, one Canadian, one American. Yeah, but to us it's still the other side of the pond. So I'm not very good on geography. I just know you're further west than what we are. Right, I'll bring the 37 on the lower line, and they are all going in the same direction tonight. Just make life easy for me. It's a bit different when you're planning it. That was close. Right, so put that point back. And we'll bring this one on the and we'll see if this crosses, that 150 crosses to the inside line of the outer lot. How deep on the baseboards? Right. This one, when you say deep, how far away is it from me to the wall? That's got to be a good 3 foot. And the rest are about 2 foot. That's probably about just over 2 foot, and this is about 2 foot. This is a lot deeper than I thought. Basically, they are beds, divans, single divans. There was one which went along this area, and one went in this area. And then this one was like a 3/4. So yeah, but just basically, I just took all the material off the wooden frame, put some legs on, rammed them into place, and that's it. And joined them all up and put some well, I made a mistake, put some MDF. Will I be going to the Crew Diesel event, Geoff? Quite possibly. Unsafe can Clun Castle run? Yes, it can. I won't get it to tow anything because it don't really want you on. In fact, a funny little story, and you'll see that when if you watched the video when I went out to on tour for a day, and then I went out to Chris at Huntsheath. Basically, went there first, then went to see Jason at Barnabas, and then when I got back, 13 attempts to film all 4 locos coming over the bridge together. I say 13 attempts. I forgot to press start recording. Quite a few times. Yes, Jace. Main camera. Yeah, okay. Oh, cheers. Ah, the only thing is, I've made canvas pros, and when I see if I can do, no, what it is, it's come unplugged, and I've plugged it back in, and the only way of starting it was to start the here. So I don't know if I can. Right. Just bear with me while I try these few things. If anybody has got any idea on how I'm going to do this. Are you still there, Dave? Do you know how to do it? Before doing this, let's just get one castle moving. And see if I can aim the laptop. So in the meantime, I'll see if I can find a way to get this working. Oh. Won't go wrong, folks. Yeah, it's stuck on the incline and right, contain on the baseboard. Baseboard is what it's all sat on. So every tray is going to run at once. Well, I can run 4 continually, all running together, and at the same time, I can be doing something on my turntable yard and operate the turntable. Piccadilly Model Railway, Joe, what am I doing for a job? Well, the company I work for, uh, safe engineers, locksmiths, and electronic security. And I'm the senior engineer for the electronic security, so we do all alarms and CCTV, access control, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, electrician by trade, but if you go to the source settings of OBS, click default for the item and reconfigure it. Just spring into life. What I'll do, okay, I shall try that. So, for the device, defaults. It's just gone off, so there you are. And you're right down. So I'll go back. And as you can see, almost down to reach is Plum Castle. Don't like my incline, although I did have it pulling a few. Bit of a wheel slip. I'm going to say something that upset a few people now. I've got plenty of horrible snot I could put on the track and keep it to stick. So it's getting that, what I call it. So there you are. So there you are, Chris. Just for you. Right, let's see what else people are going to say. That's a mess. Depends where you are. Is it? Yeah. Hold on. 11 p.m. Dragon Junction. Where are you? If it's 11 p.m. Oh, your computer clock's wrong. So it stopped again at the same place. Yes, action come again, Chris. Learned it all off you, mate. Yes, Dave. I haven't pre-ordered anything. As I say, shut up a minute. I did. I've sent a loco back to where I bought it from. It has been back to manufacturers as well, and I got disappointed with it. So that's gone back, and I got a full refund. But basically, um, I've asked for a credit against ordering Transpennine Express 68. But I want the sound. DAP will say it's going to be available with sound. but everywhere else says it isn't, and they'll have to find out and come back to me. Because if they say it isn't, then I'll have my money back, and then I'll just get one off Dapol themselves. So don't want. I'd rather have the factory sound. It'll match the other 68 I got. Yeah, I've been watching a few of your live streams, Container Man. As I like to see, well, when I went over to the States, I went to Florida for the obvious holiday. But one thing I really did enjoy was driving. I found it so relaxing. My wife didn't. Well, she didn't do any driving, but she didn't. She was a backseat driver. Probably one of the reasons why she's no longer my wife. But there you are. One of the many. Yes, you like your little red locos, don't you, Dave? Class 60. Tell you what, yeah, I'll do I don't know if anybody is aware of uh, what happens with a lot of turntables. I'll just and I'll move me out the way again. Oh, wrong one. Refocus that. Yeah, better. One of the things with turntables is the no-go area, and that is, and I'm waving the mouse around here, see if I can show you. And I can't show you. Let's get a pointing stick. Right. When the turntable is in that position, the no-go area, you can't have any track in that area. And basically, that means there's no power on it, which is okay unless you've got a loco on the turntable with sound. Get away with it with lights, but with sound, it's a pain in the neck. So what I've found is if I select where I want to go, the turntable goes to it. With the Helgen turntable, which is virtually the same turntable as the Walthers, which is over in the States and Canada, but I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Just swing that around a bit. That is the controller for it, and I'm not using it, I'm using my Z21 to control it. See? 37's just moved back all on its own. Basically, if you select, here's that one there, if you select it again, you'll get the tail end of the turntable moving to where it's going. So if your movement would have took you through the no-go area, then this way, it's a bit of a cheat. Because you selected the turntable to move around, That's the tail end of the turntable. So what I'll do now is hand the plug. It's going to get stuck together. It doesn't like that. I'm going to the plastic card that I've used in there wasn't fantastic. It's clean, but it's just the plastic card is transparent and it lifts the wheels. Oh, stop! Said stop. Now, just for sake of science and perfectionist, I'll do it again. So I've gone to the turntable, and because it's backwards way round at the moment, I'll just select it to go to number 1, which it hasn't got to go through the no-go area. So the lights stay on. Hasn't got sound on that. And now this could go off. I'm just going to go through what people have been. Good evening, Guffer Haynes. Um, yeah, containment. The back scenes, the background. Yeah, the one over there, that is just, well, I can't show you because it's not on the shelf anymore. I don't know what you'd call them over in the States or Canada. In this country, different outlets call them by different names, but the match pots or testing pots. And basically, when you buy paint to paint your walls at home, you can buy very small little tubs of paint. And I just sort of $1/2 each, I would imagine. And I just had a few of them, different shades, and I was just splashed a bit of paint on the wall. And that's it. Just splashed it on, no finesse. I've got the inside of the wardrobe area to do. That's got to be done. But I should be putting some shelves high up the top inside there for storage purpose. See you, Derek, if you already got time out. Don't worry about it, container. I get fat finger syndrome. I write a load of rubbish when I'm typing. It has got the effect I want, and it's just quick and simple. I did consider getting some proper vaccines, but I thought, well, one of my neighbours, he does oil painting and acrylics, and he did say to me he was going to paint some trees on the back on that vaccine. But just before he was about to do it, he fell over and broke a rib. And then he's conveniently forgot. So that is one of the things I've got to think about getting that done. Because that's the next bit. That's rubbish, that part. Right. Any more requests? Not my ugly mug. Yeah, I did. At school, I was great at drawing, but as soon as I got a paintbrush in my hands, even if it was like doing oil by numbers, painting by numbers, it was hopeless. As you probably saw from the roof line of that signal box, pretty hopeless. When it comes to putting a paintbrush to it, I wreck it. I might have a go. Yes, Gaffer. I'll tell you something. This bloke, he's one of the busiest bodies out, but he's one of the nicest blokes you could have as a neighbour. In June, I had a new knee, and every day he came to see me. Yeah, he was next door but one. Came to see me, check up on me. This week he's been phoning up. Anything you want from the shops, let me know. So he's been doing that for me. He's a great chap. And he's 15 years older than me as well. And I'm ancient. Right. So I've been going an hour and a half. If there's anything anybody else wants to see before I wrap it up, just let me know. I'll wrap it up in the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, he is, Chris. He is old. 75. Thank you, Gaffer. Yeah, I hope to come on, try and talk live, as long as it don't interfere with the times of Facebook Friday. Any of you who members of MRYCG come on to Facebook Friday. I think there's quite a few announcements tomorrow. No problem, Dragon Junction. Well, I think that's going to be how to wrap it up. My head is actually pounding at the moment. Man flu has took over, and my cheeks and my gums feel as I've been kicked. And I thought I won't be doing this tonight, but can we see the loco with the best delivery before we go? Yeah, what I'll do is I will take off the rest of them because I can leave that one. Nobody's asked to see the 33 special. That was done one evening. The 33 special. It was made into a film, a sad film. So if you look through my videos, you'll see Bullied Old Lima 33. Let your wife watch it. Good chance she'll be crying at it. Right, let's start taking a few locos out of the way. Now we're going to lay the fans for that. Removed. It's on point. It is this one you're talking about, isn't it, Jason? Yeah, thanks for popping in, Container Man. Network Southeast. I haven't got the only network Southeast I've got, Tim, is Engaged, 3 card DNU. Jace, which one are you on about? Is it this one? If it is, I will run it engine light. See if that works. Yeah, Dave, it's an old Ringfield motor in there, which I had a box of bits, and if you saw my video on it, it's only sort of a 5 minute video. It's well worth watching for a laugh. Okay, so which? Okay, yeah, I know which one you're on about. Just trying something out, so bear with me. Let it stop. I go like this when I'm playing. So, world of my own. You've got nothing done today on that control panel. I haven't been doing this all day. Yeah, John Warner, thanks for popping in and seeing us tonight. Thanks a lot. Yeah, it was a break test. Right, I'm going to try and engineer this now to happen. Just for Jason, this is. There's that. Yeah, I haven't done. I haven't set the point. There are 37 over there. Right. Let's turn the sound off on the 66 because I haven't got round to lowering the volume on that. Let's catch up with this messages before I close it down. I've been trying to scratch build a platform, subway entrances, but not having much luck with position poly cement. Yeah, this has got sound. You just had it on the DRS68. Geoff, the signal man. Yeah, I'm no good with the flag. Yes, I do need a control panel, Chris, and I will be building two on that side, on that side. Right. Well, that's nearly 2 hours. I didn't expect it to be that long because I feel so rough. But I'm knocking it on the head now. Thank you very, very much for staying with me and watching it. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Because I'll come up here with intentions of doing stuff. I normally go up there, say, right, what am I going to be using today? It's got to be something up there I need to use. And then I'll come down here and I'll start playing. But what better way to let the days go by? Mr. Daltic, just for you. Oops. He hasn't been running, but he does run. So thanks for popping in. And I shall be seeing you. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.